Coffee with MarkZ, Wednesday Morning Chat, February 26, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Coffee with MarkZ, February 26, 2025. MarkZ update: some highlights by PDK, not verbatim. MarkZ disclaimer. Please consider everything on this call as my opinion. People who take notes do not catch everything. And it's best to watch the video so that you get everything in context. Be sure to consult a professional for any financial decisions. Member. May this day be prosperous, joyful, peaceful and profitable. Member. Good morning to all. Anything new from your historic bond folks? Mark. MZ. I am expecting a lot of bond updates today on timing. That is the expectation for today. Many are finding out where they are at in the rotation for their payment on their historic bonds. Very awesome. Member. Mike Barra says his guy got paid, which is nice to hear. Member. My Reno contact thinks Trump will announce we are back on the gold standard on March 4th. MZ. A lot of very connected folks believe that is the plan. If that is true, I believe we will have to know before that, and get many of us in the banks for liquidity. Member. Until 1933 Inauguration Day was held on March 4th. Coincidence that Trump has an announcement that day. Member. Trump called a mandatory meeting for all of Congress on March 4th. Maybe he will announce Nasara, Gasera. Member. If our thoughts are that Trump might announce gold standard on Tuesday, and we need liquidity, shouldn't we be called into redemption centers starting? Like today, there are a lot of us. Member. A good article from Awake in 3D this morning. Has anyone else heard $42 IQD? Member. Dinar Recaps shared a $42 IQD dinar revaluation article just before the you went live. MarkZ. Very interesting math in the works. But not realistic. I'm still at $7.550 Iraqi fils RV. MZ. I do not think our rate will be $42. Member. From Dinar Guru, MNT GOAT, this process has to change and the dinar has to get off this sole de facto peg to the US dollar. This is the solution. That is the only way out of this mess in Iraq. They must go to a basket of currencies of developed countries as the IMF and the World Bank recommended for Iraq way back in 2011. In 2012-2013, the then director of the CBI, Dr. Shabibi, was going to revert to this basket of currencies, which would have allowed the dinar to be reinstated. Of course, his plan was first going to conduct the project to delete the zeros. MZ. This is a very solid statement. Mountain Goat nailed it. This is also exactly what happened when Kuwait revalued. Iraq has already named the basket of currencies to back the dinar. And the gold-backed dinar will back it along with the basket of currencies. Member. Just in. Iraq is set to sign a contract with British Petroleum to develop 4 fields, Iraqi Minister of Oil said on Wednesday. Adding that the recently signed agreement set out the contractual terms. Member. Is Sadani holding up the release of the budget tables? MZ. They will release the budget tables the same time they release the new rate. So they are stuck holding those until they are ready for the rate release. MZ. CBI to introduce digital currency and reduce cash reliance. They're talking about the gold-backed digital dinar. This digital currency is backed by precious metals. It is interesting that Iraq has become the 7th largest gold holder in the world. MZ. Iraq leads Arab world in gold purchases and jumps to 7th place globally. This is huge. They are aggregating gold for their dinar. MZ. The dinar is gold-backed, not a made-up fractional currency. It is on the ledger and blockchain to protect it. This is very different from CBDCs. Each one will represent a fixed amount of goods. MZ. Saleh stresses the importance of electric payments in the digital transformation in Iraq. He is one of Sadani's financial advisors. This is our present day Dr. Shabibi. It's important we pay attention to him. MZ. To arrange the papers with the Americans. The reasons for Al-Kazemi's return to Baghdad. This is former Prime Minister Al-Kazemi is extremely well versed and well connected in the US and Saudi political systems. He is back in Iraq to be a go-between, mediator as they work through all their final agreements with the US, Saudi and the basket of currencies. They have the A-team in charge and it is getting fun to watch. Member. Just now, the Trade Bank of Iraq announced today, Wednesday, the suspension of cash withdrawals via ATMs outside Iraq. Member. I wonder, does Iraq have to make the rate public for us to go to the bank, or does it come after? MZ. My guess is they will try to squeeze us in before they make it public. Trying to keep things under wraps, like they did in Kuwait. Kuwait kept it quiet for 10 days. Member. I wish we knew what the real hold-up is. Member. I think we could be waiting for arrests. The Golden Dragons said they wanted to see arrests before they release their gold. Member. Acting IRS Chief O'Donnell to step down this week. Member. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Member. Thanks to Mark and Mods for all the time they spend helping us stay informed. Have a great day, everyone. The content in this podcast is for general and educational purposes only and not intended to provide any professional, financial or legal advice. Please consider everything discussed in MarkZ's opinion only. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.